I want everybody here to try imagining something with me. Imagine two teenagers, Mo and Joe. They were born with the same resources and opportunities, near exact copies of each other, and were raised in very similar manners. As young children, they were basically the same person. But as teens, their stories split. Joe's hobbies as a teen included skateboarding with his friends, programming, and cooking. While Mo's hobbies included watching TV, going on social media, and gaming. Joe wanted to become a well-rounded adult who lived a full, happy life, always content with where he was. And Mo, while equally happy as Joe as a teen, went on a downward spiral from there. He was always looking for a job and always hoping for a better life with no way to get there. Now, this story of Mo and Joe is completely fake. It never happened. But it is based around one indisputable truth. The hobbies you have as a teen can make or break your life in the future. The big question is, which hobbies are better for your future and which are not? What about Joe's teenage hobbies allowed him to succeed where Mo failed? I, Jayo, a 13-year-old and official teen since June of last year, believe I have an answer to that question. I have since condensed my thinking into a special rule. I call it the 3 hobbies rule for teens. This all started a while ago with my discovery of the original 3 hobbies rule. Try and true, it's been around for quite a while. A search of the 3 hobbies rule on the internet will get hundreds of results, all with the same thing, saying that everybody needs to have one hobby to make them money, one hobby to keep them fit, and one hobby to keep them creative. I really liked this rule. It was something that I agreed with. It was something that made sense. It was something I wanted to incorporate into my life. But I found out that it didn't really fit for teens. In our lives, there are more important things than money. We have different priorities: friends, futures, learning. Hobbies, as I define them, are skill-based activities that you personally find entertaining with an infinite skill progression. Hobbies create meaning and purpose in one's life, something to look forward to, something that makes you unique. They're the main way to get out of the gray zone. As teens, hobbies are more important than ever. We are developing, growing. The choices we make and the knowledge we gain as teens will affect us for the rest of our lives. The hobbies you have as a teen and the resulting knowledge you gain is the foundation for your future. Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and Steve Jobs had computer-related hobbies as young teens. And look where that got them. Facebook, Microsoft, and Apple are 3 of the top 5 Fortune 500 most profitable countries in the world, companies in the world today. And Zuckerberg, Gates, and Jobs would never have been able to build them without the knowledge and experience they gained through their teenage hobbies. So I started thinking, what are the most important things in a teenager's life? What does he or she need in order to be enabled to do the best in his life? Since then, I have consolidated my thoughts into 3 rules specifically for teens. It goes like this. Every teen needs one hobby to keep you socially active, one hobby to teach you life skills and knowledge, and one hobby to make you employable. Here's my thinking. Teens need one hobby to stay socially active because teens are proven to be happier when they have friends with common ground. And staying socially engaged throughout your life will give you invaluable skills later as an adult. Having a hobby that provides friends so you have a group of people to fit in with leads to a sense of belonging and happiness. And when teens feel connected, their fluid intelligence is higher. To meet this specification, our friend Joe liked skateboarding with his friends, but there are so many other options. It could be being in a band, playing basketball, or maybe even scuba diving. Any hobby that involves you with others with the same interests and gets you connected with that group of people would satisfy this goal, this rule. The next part of the rule is to have one hobby to learn real-world skills for your future. As teens, we are getting ready for our futures. Having hobbies that build up knowledge and experience for our futures will give us a head start in adulthood. Knowledge gained as a teen will stay with us for our whole lives. For Joe, it was cooking, a hobby that opened a door to a possible future job, but also taught him a valuable life skill. But it also could have been a martial art, gardening, or maybe even public speaking. It will create opportunities for future employment and enable him to, in the future, be a better functioning adult. And finally, one hobby to make you employable. Now, this is similar to Rule 2, but a little bit more specific. By being good at something as a teen that is of any value to employer will mean that you'll never be without a job. Choosing a hobby to satisfy Rule 3 is not setting your career path. It is setting up your adulthood with reliable contingency careers, ones that you enjoy and ones that you're good at. Joe decided to become good at coding, something that he found very interesting to satisfy this rule. But other hobbies could include video editing or writing. As long as they're desirable and stable careers centered around that hobby, it satisfies this rule. It might seem unnecessary for a teenager to start thinking about this so soon, but I say it's never too early to start being prepared for the rest of your life. So my fellow teens, are you a Mo or a Joe? Or more importantly, which do you wish to be? It is clear for me. After creating this rule, I want to live up to it. I want to be a Joe in every sense of the word. It's hard to tell whether or not I have completely lived up to this rule yet, but I try, and I will continue to try. And I hope you teens out there do too. Thank you.